Right now at 6, a man accused of stabbing someone to death in Eau Claire will undergo a competency hearing. And a Minnesota law will help students find the balance from their devices in and out of school.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Allison Fergit. Ken and Emily have the night off. A man accused of stabbing someone to death will have a competency evaluation. The incident took place at the Do Dodge Inn earlier this month. 44-year-old Anthony Jackson is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and first-degree attempted intentional homicide. According to the criminal complaint, friends of the victim, 31-year-old Alex Graff, told police that Jackson thought they were laughing at him before the incident. The state requested a $7,500 cash dollar bond. He will undergo a competency hearing as well. A Dunn County correctional officer was killed on his way to the jail where he worked. Just before 3 a.m. on Tuesday, correctional officer Jeff Reynolds was killed after a vehicle ran a stop sign and struck his car. He had worked for the sheriff's office since 2007. The operator of the striking vehicle, 40-year-old Mark Solakowski of Eau Claire, has been charged with homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. 3 other passengers in the vehicle were injured. His initial appearance was today, and he is being held on a $75,000 cash bond. The Tomah Fire Department is investigating a structure fire. According to a Facebook post from the fire chief, the department was notified this morning of a fire that happened at 415 Elm Street. Fire officials responded to the scene and learned a fire had taken place in the home and self-extinguished. A relative to the owner stopped by to check on the home when he noticed a fire happened in the residence. There was no one at the home for the past 2 days, so the department is unsure when the fire happened. Fire investigators found the fire's area of origin in one of the bedrooms. The home suffered significant smoke and soot damage. An ice fishing family assisted with a water rescue in Barron County yesterday. According to the Sheriff's Department, 2 people and a UTV went through the ice near the Pekegma boat landing east of Chautauqua. A family ice fishing nearby pulled the 2 out of the water. One was transported to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. The Barron County Sheriff's Department issued a reminder to check ice conditions even if you are already familiar with the lake. They also published a recommended ice thickness guide with rough guidelines for new and clear ice. And overall, it's been a pretty gloomy day here in the Coulee region with a few sprinkles here and there, and it sounds like we can expect that for a couple more days, Greg.
Yeah, kind of what we mentioned last Friday before Christmas, we could come into this pattern where we have some fog set up with the warm air above a snowpack, and it certainly has we've seen some of that over the past few days, but it's really going to get kind of soupy as we go throughout the next probably 24 hours as we see light rain also come in play too. But right now our temperatures both in the mid-30s and that fog is out there. It's going to actually get a little worse over the evening hours, but we might see a little bit of mist or light rain for La Crosse. I think that's a better shot. They might see periods of light rain. Any light rain amounts will be very light. And see temperatures continue to rise through the night. We're not going to fall. Really, our coldest temperature right now probably for the next 24 hours is right at this moment. 34 right now. By the time it gets 11, we're up to 37. And light rain or mist, that's a possibility will clear, but I think that's later in the evening or overnight. Fog will be the problem too with light southeast winds. Very mild conditions, but still dampness with that fog out there. Tonight's lows, those are probably right now lows. Overall, we're going to be near 40 as you wake up tomorrow morning. So as we give out and look at, we still have that dense fog throughout about noon on Friday, and there's a good chance that may be extended beyond that to maybe even Saturday. Overall, no issues with roads. Everything is wet and everything is above freezing. There's your visibilities. Currently, we have come down to occasionally 0 to a quarter of a mile at times. Other times, been a little bit higher, and elevation plays a factor of this too. And then big picture shows there's all that moisture coming up from the north, and the low that's well to the south is going to continue to bring it. So later on, we'll break down exactly how much rain we're going to get with this, when our temperatures actually will come back where they should be, and when that yellow thing will probably make an appearance here later.
All right, thank you, Greg. With the season of the Salvation Army's Red Kettles coming to an end, one local organization is making a final splash. The Onalaska Freemason Lodge gathered today to match the donations they collected when ringing the bells. Earlier this month, the lodge sponsored a day at the Kettles, raising over $2,000. They hope matching that total can help them make a difference in their community.
Oftentimes, the easy answer is to just write a check and hope that problems become less of a problem, that things become better over time. What's really heartwarming about their actions is that they decided to volunteer before they decided to give of the group monetarily.
The Salvation Army says the funds will serve the 64 individuals they currently house at their shelter. A new Minnesota state law requires school districts or charter schools to adopt a policy on use of cell phones in school by March of next year. But one nonprofit has gotten to a jump start, working with students to help them find a balance from devices in and out of school. Derek James has more.
This group of students at Two Rivers High School meets 2 or 3 times a month. Notice that there isn't a single smartphone in sight. That's the point. They're part of a digital well-being club. What's your relationship like with these?
So it's a really great piece of communication. At the same time, it's draining hours and it's wasting away time that I could be spending with family or on school or with friends.
The club partners with Live More, Screen Less, a nonprofit started by Catherine Myers, a former teacher of 25 years.
Our mission is, to continue to bring digital well-being forward, and then our vision is young people thriving in a digital age.
For over 5 years now, Live More, Screen Less has collaborated with community stakeholders to support young people. At Two Rivers, students host log-off lunches where devices go unused. At a recent leadership summit, club members had the ears of leaders from public health, education, government, and technology firms like Google.
We facilitated really good discussions about screen use and about actions that we can take.
These students initially wondered how an updated cell phone policy would impact them, but say it's working.
We felt more focused in class, that we didn't have the opportunity to be distracted by technology and like checking Snapchat, checking whatever it is.
I think this club keeps me accountable because as saying that I'm a large part of the club, I have to demonstrate that, and I can't be someone who's on my phone.
We started focusing really on high school students. We need to be at birth.
While she's seeing positive steps forward, Myers says more action is needed. Derek James, CBS News.
President-elect Donald Trump has focused a lot of his most recent rhetoric on international affairs. Trump claims U.S. ships are being unfairly charged for transiting the canal, that's the Panama Canal, which the U.S. built and ran for decades before turning it over to Panama in 1999. On Wednesday, Trump named Miami-Dade County Commissioner Kevin Moreno Cabrera as his pick to be ambassador of Panama. Cabrera could be tasked with negotiating a new deal for the use of the canal.
Treated us fairly. If the principles, both moral and legal, of this magnanimous gesture of giving are not followed, then we will demand that the Panama Canal be returned to the United States of America.
The threat of the U.S. seizing the canal sparked protests outside of the U.S. Embassy on Christmas Eve, where they burned images of Trump. Coming up, speculation mounts. Questions are being asked about the cause of a deadly plane crash in Kazakhstan. More after the break.
From messes to spills, with next-gen Nuvella Performance Fabric, you can relax. It's life-resistant. And right now, you can save on new high-performance styles. And don't forget to shop our year-end clear-out with select items up to 50% off. Only at Ashley.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us.
It's our pleasure.
Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on a sporty new Civic, spirited Accord, fun to drive HRV, and versatile CRV. So don't wait, turn your holiday dreams into reality with a new Honda named KBB.com's best value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Attention business owners, is your roof ready for the new year? Your Choice Roofing specializes in commercial solutions that protect your investment and bottom line. Act now to benefit from Section 179 deductions and bonus depreciation for major tax savings. Lock in 2024 pricing before costs rise. Upgrade to energy-efficient roofing and save on utilities while increasing building value. Secure your roof and savings. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today.
Ashley's Stellar Sleep Celebration is going on now. Snooze now and pay later with 0% interest for 60 months in-store only, and receive a $300 gift with purchase. Hurry to your local Ashley store or ashley.com for better sleep and savings today.
Speculation is growing over the cause of a deadly plane crash that killed at least 38 people on Christmas Day in the country of Kazakhstan. Michael Yoshida has the details.
A day of mourning in Azerbaijan for dozens killed in an airliner crash in Kazakhstan, as new questions swirl over what caused the plane to come down. The flight was traveling from Azerbaijan to the Russian Republic Chechnya Wednesday before its rapid descent and crash landing in Kazakhstan. Azerbaijan Airlines and Russia's Federal Air Transport Agency previously said a collision with birds caused the crash. But the head of Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation disputes that claim, writing on social media that the plane was shot down by a Russian air defense system. Video and images of the plane debris show perforations that look similar to damage from shrapnel or debris. The cause of these holes has not been confirmed.
If it were a missile attack, that's what you would look for, is these small pieces of shrapnel that go through the control systems. And judging by the flight characteristics of the aircraft after this period of time that it tried to fly for 20 minutes, you can see it wasn't just an up and down thing, which you would see with a bird strike. But in this case, it went left, it went right, which would indicate to me that there was loss of flight control systems.
Officials from countries linked to the deadly disaster, including Russia, have urged people not to speculate until investigations are complete. In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
And CNN is now reporting that, according to a U.S. official, there are early indications that a Russian anti-aircraft system may have downed the airliner. A commission has been set up to investigate the crash, involving representatives from the countries involved in the plane's route. World Health Organization Director General is unharmed after being meters away from an airstrike blast at a Yemen airport. The Director General says his crew was about to board their flight when the airport came under attack. Israeli forces had unleashed a series of strikes on Yemen's capital, Sana'a, and the western city of Hudaydah, killing at least 4 people and injuring more than a dozen others. Still to come, unemployment applications hit a 3-year high. More on first-time unemployment claims in just a few minutes.
And our skies definitely going to be looking like this later on tonight, and especially tomorrow. We got fog, but we also got steady light rain for your Friday evening, but we also got a lot of mild temperatures in store. We'll kind of break it all down with you on the First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Toyotathon is still on. Now's the perfect time to recharge with a new Toyota.
I'm taking a RAV4 hybrid hiking.
Sounds fun.
Oh.
We're going on a road trip in a Tacoma.
Wow.
Nice.
We're taking our pack to see snow in a Sequoia.
Can we keep them?
I think I oversnapped.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Tacoma for $279 a month. Or get 1.99% APR for 72 months on a tough new Tundra.
Toyotathon ends January 6th.
Toyota, let's go places.
We help these bathrooms go from this to that, and this to that. Isn't it time to love your bathroom again? Contact River Valley Remodelers today. Our team will help you design your bathroom. Our design service is free. What will your that look like? Go to rivervalleyremodelers.com. Schedule your free estimate, see our work, and what our customers have to say about us. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community. Please nominate us for the Best of La Crosse County contest at bestoflacrossecounty.com.
Well, I am really happy to tell you that we have already made a commitment at Gunderson to do that. So we have asked all of our folks that when you need to fly, that you please prioritize flying out of La Crosse. We believe it's really important. It's our duty. We're the largest employer in this community, and I want to make sure that this airport is here for the long run, and we're committed to that. So people are taking that seriously and doing just that.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
First-time filings for unemployment held steady last week, indicating layoff activity remains low. That's according to a report from the U.S. Department of Labor. There were an estimated 219,000 initial jobless claims filed during the week ending December 21st. That's a drop of 1,000 from the week before. However, the number of people receiving ongoing jobless benefits hit a 3-year high, a signal that it's harder for jobs-seeking workers to find work. Now, today's gray skies are making me miss the sun, and we're going to send it over to Greg to see how long it'll be before we can say goodbye to those cloudy skies.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have mild temperatures in the 40s, but with the cloud cover, the moisture, it just feels damp out there. It actually feels colder than what the temperature is. It would be a different story if we were in the mid-40s and had some sun. Unfortunately, we're not going to see much of that probably until maybe Saturday. So overnight, dense fog. Some areas may see some light rain, but it mainly will probably be drizzle. Any rain amounts will be fairly light. The morning commute you will be contending with if you got work to go out. You still contend with some dense fog and a little bit of light rain. We might see a break between late morning and early afternoon before really the steady rainfall, and this could be light, maybe some pockets of moderate rainfall. That'll be for the morning, evening commute, and it continue overnight until Saturday, and that's really where we'll see the bulk of the rainfall. Right now, here's the system. It's down to the south. Here's the radar. You can see starting to actually develop more rain, but it's way south of us. We are seeing some of this moisture with a southerly flow coming that is producing a little bit of light rain ahead of it. That's what we'll see tonight. This is in play as we go, as the low gets closer to Iowa. That's what we're going to see going into Friday evening and Friday night. So it's coming from the south, so obviously we got warmer temperatures with this system and not going to see much cold air behind it. Here's your tomorrow's highs. We'll see in the 40s. We're actually going to rise overnight. So by the time we get to about noon, we'll be mid-40s, low 40s to the north, so quite warm. We should be in the mid to upper 20s at this point in this time of year. Dense fog will continue. Then Saturday, we might see that sun in the afternoon. That's the positive thing, but we'll still have some morning light rain or even a little bit of light snow as some colder air gets wrapped up for northern areas, but still mid-40s, even upper 40s. So we'll start off warm with a little bit of sun. It won't take much to get those temperatures to climb into the mid to upper 40s. We might actually see record temperatures at night, that meaning the temperatures will remain so high that they'll actually be the warmest we've seen. Tonight, we're going to see rising temperatures, I mentioned. All right, here's a little bit of pockets of light rain that may develop. Here's one little area that comes through about 9 to 10, lifts north, not a lot of rain with this. And then we may see additional rounds come later in the night, but a lot of areas may just see some drizzle or mist and fog, not so much in the way of steady rain. Here's another area that may be for the morning commute. And you look at these temperatures, we're already to the 40s by the time we start going in for the morning commute. Then during the daytime, as that line lifts north, we see some pockets of light rain, especially as you go towards Interstate 35, but the rest of the area is really just probably going to see fog, cloud cover, rising temps, not in the way of too much of rainfall until we get to the afternoon, and then it really starts picking up in coverage, steady rainfall after 4 p.m., and then as we go through the evening commute, it is a lot of rainfall going on, cloudy conditions, temperature still upper 30s, low 40s. This will continue through most of the night. We might see some breaks start as we get left at midnight as this low begins to wrap up. Rain amounts to tomorrow morning, not much overnight, probably less than a tenth. It's really as we go through Saturday, it's going to be Friday night to Saturday mornings when you pick up the bulk of this quarter to a potentially inch, especially further west you go, a little bit less as you go further east, but still a pretty good soaking for everyone. Snowfall, there's a little bit on the backside, but not in the way of much. Right up there into the area coming Saturday, early Saturday morning, you might see some mix in. So maybe on some grassy areas, you might see a little bit of accumulation, but that really doesn't pose too much of a problem. And as we work the way Saturday, as I mentioned, we'll see a little bit of break Saturday, early Saturday morning. You see that break, and here's the back edge. And there's that blue that begins to mix in a little bit down towards I-94 before it wraps up, pushes east. Hopefully what that means we get some sun going into Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday, some sun too. but mild conditions. Notice that the weekend will still remain mild behind this system, and then when some snow showers come in Monday and Tuesday, but then the temperatures are going to head back to where we should be. So when you start the new year, we're kind of where we should be with 27, followed by temperatures back into 21. But for right now, for New Year's activities, it looks quiet right now. That's the good news, but it will be back to where we should be, so no more 40s.
For sure. All right. Thank you, Greg. And coming up next in sports, wrestlers prepare for another year of the Bi-State Classic. Plus, one area hoops team looks to stay unbeaten on the year at a nearby holiday tournament. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
It's the New Year's sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. We're wrapping up our biggest year ever with more and more people making Drury's their destination for quality furniture at affordable prices. You'll save on the finest selection of quality furniture in southern Minnesota, like Stressless, Daniels Amish, Flex Steel, and Lazy Boy. Only at Drury's will you find all these brands. Plus, there's even 24-month special financing with a qualifying purchase. It's the New Year's sale on now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
The holidays, and Chevy Silverado, and off-road adventure, and towing with confidence, and tech you can count on. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet. Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Get up to 30% off your bathroom remodel with your home improvement company. We can complete your project in as little as a day. Our installers are trained and certified professionals, so your project will be done right the first time. Call now to get this amazing offer and enjoy zero money down, zero interest, and zero payments until 2026. For a limited time, schedule your in-home consultation today, and we'll cover the cost of plumbing for your new bathroom with a qualified purchase. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, as most prep athletes around the area are recovering after a day of maybe some sweet treats and other good food, one team was right back at it today, ready to burn off those Christmas cookie calories. The unbeaten Prairie du Chien girls taking on PEM from Winona today. Blackhawks with a healthy lead in the second half when Greenlee Cron adds to it with a 3 from the wing. And the Bulldogs going to be putting on a full court press here to try to get PDC out of sorts. But Tanner Radloff has other plans, absorbs the contact and finishes to make it a 17-point game. This could be another dangerous team for head coach Paula Chedevy, one to watch come playoff time for sure. Lots of players that can get a bucket, some skill in the inside and outside. This time off a miss, kicked out to Cameron Knapp. She drills it from the corner. The Blackhawks pick up the win by 8. No shortage of high school sports action going on tomorrow and Saturday. And if you're a wrestling fan, make sure you get over to the Lacrosse Center for the 42nd annual Bi-State Classic. Brackets were released this morning, which included 70 total teams that will be in attendance. The tournament will feature a 64-man bracket with wrestlers competing against others in all 3 divisions. Grappling begins at 9 a.m. both days, and Saturday will include wrestlebacks, semifinals, and finals. Well, we're getting closer and closer to Sunday's big game in the NFC North between the Packers and Vikings. Coming off their shutout, the Green Bay defense is clicking. And they haven't just started to be successful. They're top 5 in points allowed all season long, but Minnesota hasn't scored less than 23 since early November. It'll be a good test for Jeff Hafley's unit, and he thinks they're trending in the right direction.
I do, and it has to be. And I think that we've created depth because we're playing a lot of guys, and I think towards the end of the game when teams have had to throw the ball, we're fresh. And we look fast out there, and I think they're getting better. And if we're going to make a run at this thing, we're going to have to be.
And it sounds like Hafley and the defense will be once again without star cornerback Jair Alexander, so a tall task ahead with an explosive Viking offense looming. Not sure what's going on with Jair, Allison.
Yeah, it's a little concerning.
Hopefully he's back for playoffs. That's the
I
main
think
thing.
so. I think what they're doing, this is my coping right now, is that they're resting him.
Sure.
They just clinched a playoff spot,
Yeah.
so rest him, maybe put him in against the Bears.
Exactly.
We want to win that for sure.
For
we
sure.
can never lose against the Bears.
Cannot lose against the
Can't
Bears.
lose the unbeaten
Have
streak
hope
that we
for him,
have right
players.
now, right?
For the players, for this weekend. But you just got to wonder. It makes you wonder. Also, did you get a chance to check out the Netflix games yesterday? NFL, how you feeling that?
I did. It was a little different.
Yeah,
My brother hated the score at the bottom,
Okay.
but it was fun. I mean, the games were kind of blowouts.
Yeah.
It wasn't ever that competitive, but I still prefer NBA on Christmas Day,
You said it.
personally.
I like it. Thanks.
Well, we'll be right back with more news after this.
Happy holidays and the best to you this season from all of us at News 8 Now.
I have something for you.
I have something for you too.
Ford gets 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value. Plus, no monthly payments until next year.
Visit your Best Choice GMC dealer today.
It's Home Furniture's grand finale sale. For 1 week only, get incredible offers like a king-size mattress or bedroom suite for the price of a queen. Buy one, get ones on select recliners, rugs, stools, and more. Or upgrade a 5-piece dining set to a 7-piece set with 2 free side chairs. Take an extra 15% off in-store clearance items, plus 70% off remaining Christmas decor. And no interest if paid in full by January 2027. Hurry, Home Furniture's grand finale sale ends Tuesday.
For over 40 years, Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
All right, there's your rain chances. We'll have fog throughout the period, but then the rain kind of ramps up a little bit towards the morning, have a little bit of a lull in the activity during the afternoon, but then Friday evening, especially Friday night, that's when it's just steady light to moderate rainfall. So definitely wet, gloomy, but mild with some sun eventually by Saturday and Sunday. So mild conditions are here, but it's going to be wet.
Looking forward to that sun. Well, thank you for joining us at 6. We'll see you tonight at 10.